What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Khalil back here for another video, man. And today we gonna be doing a reaction to the downfall of Tay-K, man. Going forever. You know what I'm saying? Is there still a chance for this, man? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you guys know, and just take a good look. You feel me? And just understand, you feel me? Your actions really will come back to you. You feel me? Other than that, let's get into the video, man. Let's go.
Everyone thought Tay-K was cooked when he caught a 55-year sentence in 2019, but the story only got crazier from there. And today we're breaking down why he got hit with another 80 years in prison. Back in 2019, Tay-K got convicted of murder for killing a dude named Ethan Walker in 2016. But before the cops caught Tay-K, he cut off his ankle monitor and ran off to San Antonio, Texas. Tay-K didn't keep his head down and stay out of the spotlight though. Instead, he dropped his infamous track, The Race, and blew up like crazy while he was still on the run. And while Tay-K was doing the race for killing Ethan Walker, he murdered another dude in San Antonio named Mark Saldivar.
Oh, so he killed 2 people. Oh my God, bro, you're done. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, so he killed 2 people, bro. He killed 2 people. Cause I was really wondering, like, how did he get like another additional 80 years? But you killed 2 people. You killed 2 people, bro. Two people, 2 lives. Okay, this makes way more sense. I'm thinking that he's like going through trial, you feel me, of the same thing, and it just gotta add an additional 80 years, you know what I'm saying, from the first thing he did. But okay, this makes a lot more sense.
Mark Saldivar was a photographer who was supposed to be working with Tay-K on the photo shoot. But when Mark Saldivar showed up to meet Tay-K and his homies at a Chick-fil-A, Tay-K tried to rob him. Mark Saldivar got out of the car and then jumped on the hood so he could kick the windshield. And that's when Tay-K upped the strap and shot him. The feds eventually caught up to Tay-K and arrested him again for the Ethan Walker murder. And a couple months later, he got hit with a capital murder charge for pulling the trigger on Mark Saldivar. Catching the case is bad enough, but capital murder is even worse, because if you get convicted, then it's an automatic life sentence without the chance
you're
parole.
done.
Tay-K got...
He's done, bro. He's done. All right, never. I'm not trying to laugh or nothing. I'm just saying, bro was done. It's over.
For killing
Throw away the keys.
And the judge handed down a 55-year sentence. But Tay-K thought he still had a chance of coming home. In 2021, Tay-K went on IG Live and had 40K people watching. Tay-K said he had been writing a lot of new music since he had been locked up, and that he was working on coming home so he could release it. He told fans that there was a chance that he could get out on an appeal bond, but that's not how it went down.
No.
Before the murder trial for Mark Saldivar started, Tay-K
You killed
was having all
2
kinds of
people, bro.
bars. Back in 2019,
bro, you're done, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when people do that type of shit, bro. You know you just off 2 people, bro. If you know you off 2 people, let's be realistic, bro. Ain't no coming home, bro. You could drop music from the jail cell, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even trying to be mean or nothing, but like at this point, bro, you just gotta live up to what you just did, bro. You feel me? I don't know what else to say. You cooked. It's over. It's over. It's over.
The news broke that Tay-K was trying to start his own prison gang called the Rugrats to go to war with a Hispanic gang called Prieto Tango Blast.
Huh?
Reporting got tipped off about the plans and put Tay-K in solitary confinement. And then reporters got a list of rules that the Rugrats are going to use called the Laws of Power. There were also rumors going around that Tay-K had stabbed a prison guard.
Bro, okay, this nigga, okay. No wonder why you staying in jail, bro. I feel like he knows, bro. And this one clip right here, he know he's cooked. I can see it in his face. Tay-K know he's cooked. It's over. You stabbed it. Yeah, he know. I can see it in his face. It was
never confirmed.
And
in February 2023, Tay-K hopped on Twitter and said that one of the dudes on the cell block killed his cellmate with a food tray and stood on his head. Tay-K still has some fans, even though he had been locked up for years at that point. But even they started turning on him and calling him a snitch. Tay-K was still trying to get out of prison, and he said he just needed one chance at adulthood. He was only 16 years old when the murders went down, and Tay-K said if he was white, then the judge would have never given him 55 years over the situation.
I don't think so, man. I'll be honest with you. You know what? I think he's right, but I think he's wrong at the same time. I think, you know, at this time, I feel like they would have got the same thing. Probably a little bit lesser, 55 years, but hey, man, you still be cooked. He still be cooked.
One of Tay-K's co-defendants on the Ethan Walker case was a white girl who was the same age as him. And Tay-K complained about her being tried as a juvenile while the courts prosecuted him as an adult. It doesn't look like Tay-K's gonna get out early on the Ethan Walker case, and now he's cooked for good. Fans were hoping he beat the Mark Saldivar case and eventually get out on parole. But this is how he ended up getting hit with another 80 years in prison. During the trial for killing Mark Saldivar, Tay-K's girlfriend Joanna Reyes testified against him and told the court exactly how
his girlfriend testified against him. Okay,
it went down.
That's why.
Reyes,
that's
Tay-K
why.
asked her to help him find a photographer. Joanna Reyes had seen Mark Saldivar's work on Instagram, so she helped set up the meeting. Joanna was driving the whip with Tay-K and his homie, and they went to pick up Mark Saldivar. Apparently, Mark Saldivar had something else come up though, so he asked him if they could do the photo shoot another day. Everyone was cool with it at first, and Mark Saldivar asked him to drop him off at the mall. Joanna Reyes agreed to take him there, but that's when the situation went left. According to Joanna Reyes, Tay-K pulled his gun out and told Mark Saldivar to hand over his bag. Mark Saldivar refused to hand over his camera bag, so Tay-K and his homie Jalen Bell started hitting him. Mark Saldivar got out and jumped on the hood, and Joanna Reyes said Tay-K told her to get Mark Saldivar off of the whip. Joanna couldn't do anything about the situation though, so Tay-K opened his door and shot Mark Saldivar. Joanna Reyes said that after they drove off from the murder scene, Jalen Bell gave Tay-K a high five and congratulated him for killing Mark Saldivar and said, "You caught your first body." Joanna Reyes took
I don't know why, bro. I just pictured that, seeing that happening. I don't think she's lying. I don't think she's lying, bro. I can see things, you know what I'm saying? And if I just pictured that and I imagine that perfectly, I know she's not lying, bro. Sadly.
took a plea deal for 10 years of probation after she agreed to testify against Tay-K, and she told the court the only reason she
Damn. If she would testify, we would take it off for you, fam. Of course she gonna testify.
didn't go to the police immediately because Tay-K had threatened to kill her and her family. Joanna Reyes
Oh my
helped
God, Tay is done.
But Tay-K's own legal team heard him too. While Joanna Reyes was testifying, the judge told the defense that they couldn't bring up anything bad about Mark Saldivar before they talked about it with her in the prosecution. According to reports, Mark Saldivar had some stuff in his bag that would have made him look really bad, and Tay-K's defense team tried to bring it up and asked Joanna Reyes about it. The defense didn't talk about it with the judge and the prosecution first though, so the judge cleared the courtroom and told Tay-K's lawyers that they better not let it happen again. Tay-K's lawyers were trying to make it look like Mark Saldivar was a bad dude who sparked the whole situation, but the judge cut them off and told the jury to forget about what they had just heard. Tay-K's sister, Kayla Beverly, tried to help him out and testified for the defense. Kayla told the court about all the abuse Tay-K went through and said that Tay-K and her went into foster care when she was 7 and he was 5 years old. According to Kayla, they ended up living with their dad for a while, and their dad would beat them with pieces of wood and even tie Tay-K to an ironing board.
Tamar was younger than me and he would cry. And just maybe they would think he was overdramatic, so they would tie him down to an ironing board, strap him down, like stuff like that.
Kayla testified after Tay-K was already found guilty.
I don't know, gang. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna help bro's defense. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's unfortunate though, you know, that you're a young little kid, you're going through a lot of abuse and you feel like, you know, you unlashing all your emotion out in a violent manner, you know, and that's what a lot of men go through and do. But at this age, if you doing this, it's just like, we got to know what's like right and wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you still doing some crazy ass shit while you in jail. So it's just like, and I understand why you in jail, you got to survive and shit. You feel me? But it's just, it's a L, bro. It's a L. I'm sorry. None of that is going to help your defense in a certain way, gang. Like, you killed 2 people. Two people, bro. Two people. And then all of the other negative stuff they got built up on top of you. It's just, you cooked.
But Tay-K's lawyers thought her testimony would help him with sentencing. The judge said that Tay-K had a rough life, but he was still responsible for what he did.
Exactly.
Tay-K's sister Kayla said that everything started because they had to run away from home though. Tay-K and her both ran away because her dad was beating them so much. And Kayla said that's how Tay-K ended up in the streets.
We had to run away.
Yeah, I understand that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say, oh, I come from that background and nothing like that, but it's just like once you know, you go so much, you do so much, you feel me? You off two people. You still killed two people. Now, if he just would have just robbed him and just beat him up and took his camera bag and just, you know what I'm saying? But you killed two people. I could be on your defense if you just robbed them, but you caught two bodies, bro. I understand, like, yeah, it's a lot of people that came from backgrounds and they got abused and shit like that, but they still knew between like right and wrong and shit like that. Did they unlash in a violent manner? Yeah, but they didn't kill nobody. They probably fucking start boxing or join a UFC, some shit like that. A lot of men that go through a lot of like abusive type of backgrounds, yeah, you feel me? Yes, do they go to jail? Yes, do they do, you know what I'm saying, do all these other things, you feel me? Yes, do they end up hitting the gym and doing some stuff to unlash they you know, their anger and their emotion in a certain way, you feel me? Yes. Do they rob each other? Yes. Do they kill each other? Yes. You were just the one that couldn't really, you know, hold your mental and your emotion together, gang. That's all I'm hearing right now. You were just emotionally irresponsible. That's basically all I hear right now. And did you have the right and did you want to really do this? I don't know, but you did it. So if Tay-K would have just stuck to the rapping, and he just stuck to the rapping, stuck to the, you feel me, the music, without killing anybody, and you know what I'm saying, just rob, you feel me? Hey, he probably wouldn't have been really successful right now. I'm not gonna lie. But since you caught two bodies, bro, and you did the race, and you didn't beat the case at all. And it's just like, I'm looking at this right now, and he looked way more mature right now. It's just like, this is not worth it, bro. This whole thing was not worth it whatsoever. And her trying to talk about, oh, how bad they background, bro. A lot of people had a bad background, gang. A lot of people did. A lot of people. But you still gotta take responsibility. You feel me? A lot of people come from a bad, abusive ass background. They still didn't kill nobody. You feel me? You killed two people. I know that you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna let you off on this. And they got these motherfuckers testifying against you as well. You're done. You're done, bro. I'm just saying.
That's why all this shit happened. It was not like even good when we came to our dads. You feel me? Like not even like that. Like a lot of dudes don't try with their kids and shit. Like so I give my dad that. I'm not saying he's a terrible dad, but hey bro, like life was messed up. Like we kinda like it was abuse going on in our home. We had to leave.
And that's understandable. I'm not gonna keep on like going back and forth on that one thing, but it just come to the point where, hey, bro, you got to know between right and wrong. That's all I got to say. You killed two people, bro.
When Mark Saldivar trial started, Tay-K's lawyers were worried about the jury bringing up Tay-K's track to race. The prosecutors in the Ethan Walker case used the lyrics and video against Tay-K, and his lawyers didn't want people on the jury who already knew about the track.
You're done.
Tay-K had been popping off a little bit before he dropped the race. That's the track that really made him famous. Killing Ethan Walker and then dropping that track while he was on the run put Tay-K all over the headlines, and it's still one of the craziest situations the rap game has ever seen. Lil Yachty remixed the track and made it blow up even more. And in 2023, he posted a letter that Tay-K sent him from prison. Tay-K has some support in the industry, but a lot of people think he would have fallen off even if he didn't get convicted of 2 murders. Tay-K's first and only record came out after he got booked for the Ethan Walker murder though. Nobody really knows how far he would have made it in the industry.
He would have made it really far, bro.
Comparing him to dudes like YB and Namir, and Namir fell off hard, even though he didn't have to fight murder cases. Tay-K's fans were hoping he'd get parole in the Ethan Walker case, start dropping new music, but now he's.
Nah, I feel like he would have been cool. He probably would have fell off, but he would have probably still got his money from the industry and all of that other type of stuff. Good push, and yeah, you feel me? He was a good rapper. It's just, man, bro.
Cooked. Tay-K got lucky because the jury only convicted him of murder for killing Mark Saldivar instead of capital murder, which means that he might eventually get parole if he keeps his head down and stays out of trouble. But even in the best case, Tay-K is going to be serving decades before they'll even think about letting him free again.
Yeah.
Often officers are called.
They're for surely gonna do that. Let me look. I want to look at when she was giving him the talk, though. You know, like when the jury was literally giving this man the talk. I'm not trying to watch academic stuff, but like the freaking the judge was really talking. Let's see this. This is right.
All right. It states that we unanimously find that the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, did not cause the death of Anthony Saldivar under the immediate influence of sudden passion arising from adequate cause. It states that punishment to be assessed at 80 years in the prison, and there is no fine. Does anyone wish to have the jury poll?
Yeah, man. 80, okay.
Here, based upon his history and the lack of any type of at 80 years in the prison, the court will give you credit for any time served. There's a $0 fine.
80 years, oh my God.
With regards to the other offense, State, are you requesting that to be stacked?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor.
And I'm assuming you're against that, is that correct?
We are, Your Honor. We would just like to briefly, for the record, maintain that our argument would be that to run consecutively an 80-year sentence on top of 50.
Just one moment, counsel. Just give me one moment. Mr. McIntyre, I want you to know that I listened to all of the evidence in punishment and thought about whether or not your sentence should be stacked. I don't know where your mom is, don't know where your father is. I know that you had a rough childhood. And I do know that these offenses occurred when you were very young. And I understand the state of the law, what people consider an adult. I listened to the testimony of the expert that was brought by defense counsel. You've already been sentenced to murder in the other county, and then you have a murder here. And the sentence for 55 years, that's a stiff sentence. This 80-year sentence is a stiff sentence. And these are cases where you have to serve half your time, and that's day for day time, and I recognize that.
Half your hold up. Hold up. I know I might not be good. Hold on, bro. The fuck is half of that? I'm sorry. Half of 135 years? Oh yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Bro. I'm just like, what the freak, bro? I'm not gonna say he's done, but I'm gonna say he gonna be old. He gonna be an old man. 64 years old. 64. He's going to be like 65. Yeah, 65 years old. Until they're like going to reconsider letting him out again.
Hopefully you will grow. But based upon his age, based upon the number of years that he has received out of Tarrant County in the number of years that he's received here, based upon his history and the lack of any type of good parenting. From what I can tell, his mother wasn't a good parent to him. His father wasn't a good parent to him. Child Protective Services was not good. And if you believe the testimony, I don't know why Child Protective Services would place children back with a father who put the children's mother in the hospital. Is there something else that needs?
No, I mean, I could agree upon with this. Like, yes, as a kid, you know what I'm saying, going through I'm just saying though, you feel me? You come from a background of violence, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to, you know, show violence. Yes, I understand that, but it's just like, bro, it just come to a point, you feel me? Like, you off two people. You just do one, of course. It's like, okay, one, you know, but two people, it's just like, you off two people, bro, and you still alive. You still alive to this day. So like, what, you know, like, what do I have to, you know, like, feel bad, or, you know? And he just got this real still look, like he trying his best not to cry, or, you feel me? But it's just like, I don't know, bro. A lot of people come from like a real bad type of background, you feel me? And yes, they do grow up in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Because they had nobody to love them or cherish for them and shit like that. And it's sad, bro. I swear.
To be done with our society, yes. Is more money need for Child Protective Services and their workers? Yes. And I do realize that while this is a lot of time, and I tell people all the time, any time that you do in custody is a lot of time. But by that same token, you're still alive. And what the state has said is true. You're still alive. You can still better yourself. If you end up in prison for the rest of your life, you're still alive. You still can improve yourself. Your family can still visit you. But the complainant in this case is deceased. And you need...
And that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. Like, you still alive, but it's just like, I understand where she coming from, but it's like, bro, he is in jail for 80 years. I don't know what to say, bro.
Need to internalize
this shit is crazy,
that
bro.
The complainant in this case is deceased.
But yeah, he is still alive,
and that his family is never going to see him again.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to make changes, and you're going to have to remove people from your life who are not of benefit in the means of making you a better person.
I don't know what that means. He's gonna be in jail around a lot of other people doing some bad shit, bruh. So who the fuck is he gonna cut out of his life? And I don't know.
And I do understand that sometimes.
But what I do see in Tay-K though is that he has heavenly, like, really matured. I can tell he matured all the way, and I feel like if he was to get out, I don't think he'll be able to bounce back from this. He'll probably drop all the music and all the other type of stuff, but I don't think he'll be able to bounce back, like, you know, popularity wise. I don't think so.
People will go to prison, they join gangs because you need protection, because you're there by yourself, you're young, but you're gonna have to make better choices. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to sentence him to 80 years in the prison, give him credit for any time served.
Man, bro. Even with the yes man, it's just like, so give him 80 years in prison, and it's just like my chest. It's just like, damn, bro. But he is getting credit for every year that he serves. But she did said half of that. 55 plus 80 is 135, bro. You know what I'm saying? And half of 135 is 67 years. So 67 years, bro. 67 years. And this nigga is not gonna he ain't gonna be 67 years old. When I think about it, he's like 24. So he be like 80 something years old, bro. What the fuck? Let me correct my math, bro. Bro gonna be like 80 something years old, man. Like 50, yeah, let's see.
There is a $0 fine. This will run concurrent with 1511547D.
Hey.
So you think you...
Hey, man, so, yeah. So all you want to be gangsters nowadays, this could be you. And that's facts. That's facts. I'm not gonna cap. His parole officer hasn't even been born yet. Why? This clip needs to be played in schools all around. Hey, man. The race 2025, I need to escape. Damn, he gonna die in prison. He's never getting out. It's over. And to be honest with y'all, I'm not laughing at this or nothing. It's just like, this is reality, y'all. This is really reality right here, bro. Like, to all them YNs and all that other ish, man, this could be most definitely you. You feel me? But I'm going ahead and just conclude this video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you guys are new, and let me know down in the comments of what you guys think about this Tay-K situation and him receiving 80 years, man. And not on top of the 80 years, he getting 55 years on top of that from the other county. You feel me? So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. It's your boy Khalil. I'm out, man. Peace.